The illusion of winning. Every poker dream starts the same way. Bright lights, stacks of chips, the fantasy of the final table. But behind that illusion lies a truth most players never face. You don't lose at poker because you're unlucky. You lose because you start from the wrong mindset. From the moment you sit down, you're already trapped in your own expectations. You chase the win instead of understanding the game. You try to prove something to someone, maybe to the world, maybe to yourself. And in that chase, you forget the first rule of poker. The cards don't care who you are. Poker doesn't reward emotions, it punishes them. The moment you play to get even, the game already owns you. The psychology of losing. Most players never realize that poker is not about cards. It's about how you think while the cards are being dealt. Fear, greed, frustration. These are the true opponents. Every time you lose focus, they take your seat at the table. A real grinder understands that every decision is data. Every mistake is feedback. Losing is not the end. It's the education most people run away from. But instead of learning, average players react. They tilt, they chase, they spiral. And while their emotions play the hand, their bankroll slowly burns away. The best players aren't fearless. They just learned how to sit beside their fear and keep playing anyway. The hidden war inside your mind. Poker isn't a game of luck. It's a battlefield of patience, self-control, and emotional intelligence. When you lose a hand, your brain screams, "Fight back." It floods your body with adrenaline, the same response soldiers feel in combat. And just like them, if you don't control it, you lose before the next shot is fired. That's why the best grinders don't just train their strategy, they train their state of mind. They meditate, they visualize, they review. Not because it's trendy, but because they know every second of calm is worth 1,000 chips in chaos. When your emotions fade, your decisions sharpen, and when your mind is silent, you finally start hearing the truth behind the game. The discipline of the unshakable. You can't fake discipline. You can't buy focus. And no one can teach you patience. You have to earn it, one fold at a time. Every legend you admire once sat where you are, frustrated, broke, doubting everything. But they stayed, they studied, they evolved. Discipline is not glamorous. It's invisible. It's waking up earlier than others. It's studying when everyone else is playing. It's saying no to the game when you're not ready to win it. Poker rewards those who play the long game, those who understand that success comes from 1,000 quiet decisions that no one ever sees. The shift from ego to awareness. The turning point for every grinder comes when he realizes that the table doesn't need to be beaten. He does. The ego wants to win every hand. The master wants to win the war. When you stop needing to prove yourself, you start seeing clearly. You stop taking bad beats personally. You stop forcing outcomes. You stop bleeding chips chasing ghosts. The moment you release your ego, the game opens up, and the math starts to make sense again. Because poker isn't about domination, it's about observation. The one who listens deeper wins longer. Reading the invisible. Every great player has one superpower: awareness. They see what others miss, not because they have better eyes, but because they've trained their mind to slow down. Watch closely. A blink, a breath, a twitch. These are the languages of the table, but true reading goes beyond that. It's not about physical tells, it's about emotional rhythm. You start to feel when someone's bluffing because their soul trembles just enough for yours to notice. That's the art within the science, and that's what separates the grinders from the dreamers. The mind of the invincible. There comes a moment when thought disappears. The player stops calculating and starts knowing. The mind quiets. The heart takes over. Instinct and logic merge into one smooth pulse of awareness. He no longer tries to predict his opponents. He simply feels them. He's not fighting the game anymore. He's dancing with it. At that level, poker stops being competition. It becomes meditation. Every breath aligns with purpose. Every move flows from peace. The grinder transcends the table and becomes part of the rhythm of probability itself. The last secret: how masters think. The real masters don't chase profit. They chase understanding. Each loss is a teacher. Each mistake, a mirror. Each hand, a lesson in human behavior. They don't seek comfort, they seek truth. Because the truth, even when it hurts, sets you free from the illusions that destroy most players. Poker, to them, isn't about luck or domination. It's about clarity, about reaching that rare state of mind where emotion fades and awareness reigns. The true master isn't afraid of losing, he's afraid of not evolving. The flow state. In the flow, everything makes sense. Decisions come faster, your heart beats slower, and time itself bends around you. It's a sacred space, the zone where logic meets intuition. In that silence, you stop playing poker and start channeling it. You're no longer reacting, you're anticipating, aligning, harmonizing. The world slows down for those who move with purpose, and the purpose of the master isn't to control the cards, but to control his inner chaos. Part 10. The final call. The game beyond the game. In the end, poker was never about the cards. It was always about you, about what the game awakens, about what it destroys, and about what it builds inside you. Every hand is a mirror, loss, a teacher, every moment a choice. The grinders who survive the long run aren't the smartest. They're the ones who learn to see beauty in the battle. Poker teaches patience, it teaches presence, and it reveals who you are when everything is on the line. The true players don't play for fame, they play for purpose, because the sound of chips isn't just money, it's the heartbeat of resilience. If poker is war, then your heart is the commander. And it's still beating strong, steady, ready for the next hand. The deck is in your hands. Your destiny is waiting. Make your move, and never forget, the real game never ends. If this message hit home for you, then you're already part of the Mind of a Grinder family. Hit the like button, share this video with other players, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell and join us as we master not just the cards, but the mind itself.